Okay, so today we're going to actually do a crispy pork belly. It's one of the favourites. So what you'll need is a nice bit of pork belly like this. You want it either long or square, whichever way you want it. But you want it nice and even, so it's got some fat, got some meat in there, just like that. First thing I like to do is actually very important, is actually to pierce the skin of the pork. That is the most important part to make it sure it gets really crispy. I have actually one of these, which is just lots of pins in. It's for piercing these kind of skins anyway, so just stab it all over the place like this. You just want to make sure you stab it, don't go all the way through, just enough to make holes in the skin. Just mind your fingers though. After piercing the skin, I like to boil it in hot water for about 4 to 5 minutes and then put it in cold water to cool down for about 4 to 5 minutes as well. Take it out from the cold water and dry it. Now I like to actually pierce the skin again, just to ensure that we've got lots and lots of holes, because that's really what makes it crispy. It's actually easier if you pierce it from an angle rather than just straight down, like that. Just before you marinate it, I actually like to turn it upside down and actually put some cuts in the actual pork, so it makes it easier to cut when you're actually cutting the pork after roasting. So just a nice small. It also helps with marinating as well. Just small cuts, not too deep. So for the marinade, I'll put 2 teaspoons of 5 spice powder, 1 teaspoon of sand ginger, 1 teaspoon of white pepper, 2 teaspoons of salt, 1 teaspoon of sugar. Give that a quick mix. Smother the bottom of the pork with the seasoning. Make sure you don't get any on the skin. So now place the pork into a container, skin facing up. If there's any of the marinade on the skin, just wipe it off. So you need to put it in the fridge overnight, so give it a good 10 to 12 hours so it actually draws all the moisture out of the skin. So before you put it in the fridge, put a bit of rice wine on top. Now put it in the fridge for 10 to 12 hours. So ready to cook the crispy pork now. Just gotta wrap it in some new aluminium foil. I have to put salt on top of the skin. Make sure you don't get it all on the sides, otherwise the meat will get really salty. Remember to pat it down so that salt is nice and firm. Okay, so into the oven for around about 30 minutes at around about 200 Celsius. Been in the oven for like 30 minutes now, just got to take off the layer of salt. Now unwrap the sides and back in the oven. Out of the oven, nice and crispy.